the Gators will boot it away to start the game. He'll bring it out. It's Kelly. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's kind of a double whammy for this offense because on their opening drive, not only did they turn it over with the interception, but they've now set their defense up in a really tough spot deep in their own end.
Wants to go up top on first down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And he was held in check in game one, but you're not going to hold him in check for long. And right out the gates, getting a sack in the second ball game, that will not be his last sack of the season. This dude is a ball player.
The Gators now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Third play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
This is the matchup everyone was excited to see in this football game, and it doesn't take long to get to it. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best corners in the game, one-on-one, quarterback taking a shot, and early on, it's the corner who wins, knocking it away for the incompletion. That won't be the last time these two guys go toe-to-toe, but this is where your eyes need to be all game long.
He'll bring it out. It's Kelly. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Oh, it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. Quick with the spin move. Touchdown, Gator! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. This D gave them exactly what they needed, not only with a stop, but with a touchdown.
And finding ways to impact the game early in the game, just make impact plays, right? The defense wants to create sacks, create turnovers. Great job creating the turnover and getting points off of it.
Coming out with it, it's Kelly. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. It's complete to the right. There he goes. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. This guy fits that Spartan quarterback mold, a guy who makes plays, a Jeff Smoker, a Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, a guy that you can depend on. You got to find that guy that can complement who you are and what you are, and so you can get a lot of the fans going, go green, go white. Find the complement at quarterback to this offense.
Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and game tagged.
Fires to the right. Got him downfield. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. And the Spartans will have it 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. The pull and throw off the RPO. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Rides the back and leaves it. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the 1st down.
He'll keep it himself. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Big guy tries to barrel in. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
He decided not to hand it off on that RPO. Defense, great job taking the throwaway, now setting up 4th.
So the offense will try to punch it in here on 4th and goal from the 1. He'll set up to throw. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Knocked down at the 5 after making the interception and taking it the other way.
Nothing going right for this team early in the 1st quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop. We got to stop the bleeding and get the ball back to our offense.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Gonna let it fly. Snags it on the right. Off and running. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Florida. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I'll tell you what, I think this the season. He's that kind of good.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. San Jose State is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the boys of a young Jeff Garcia, and they are right back in this. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Appalachian State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Got some of the work done on first down. Let's see what they have on second down. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Wants to throw again. Oh, he wants it all. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. And if that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Another incompletion on third down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. Here's the pressure. He throws into the middle of the field. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This is just what they wanted, a quick start, a 17-0 lead, and now they have the ball back. All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks into first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Breaks into the open. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. How about this Spartan defensive front making plays like the legendary Bubba Smith?
And if you're going to have a great defense in East Lansing, it's going to be up front. It's going to be those big boys dominating like Bubba Smith, like Jarrell Worthy, really eating up those blockers up front, making plays, stopping the physical ground game.
It's complete to the left. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And now the lead is extended over far.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Here's the handoff. Pass the sticks, and he may get more.
Man, this guy just has a lot of skills when he's toting the rock, doesn't he? He's got speed, but he's also physical. Kind of reminds you of great Michigan State running backs. Guys like Le'Veon Bell or T.J. Duckett. They could run guys over, but once they got in the second level, they could take it the distance. This guy has skills like that.
Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Gets it past the marker for a first down, and that's the way we will wrap up the first quarter. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. So first down here as they go back to work. Motion from the wideout. Creates a little room. Oh, he's got some space. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Wide open downfield. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
The option look. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
They keep nudging it closer, but now it's third and goal from the 1. They'll run the option. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
And the offense on that option play, they're just thinking we're going to use our speed to our advantage and we're just going to outflank you easily and pick up this first down on third and short. But how about the defense? Everybody's staying home. You saw the speed and their ability to get outside and get a stop, now setting up fourth down.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
And listen, we know this QB wants to take off. Fourth down, go time, got to make a play. Defense locked in, dialed in, got to him, got him on the ground, didn't let him get to the sticks.
From his end zone, he'll go up top. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
about the middle linebacker making a great play? Drops in his zone, eyes on the quarterback. He sees the quarterback throw the football, breaks on it perfectly, steps in front, and takes it all the way to the house.
And he made the extra point without problem. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The Gators sending the offense back to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Fires to the middle. Got a man. It's Buck. And he's brought down after a nice game.
All right, defense. It ain't working. Right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
That's 20. He's got space. They get him down to this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
They are really clicking along first and goal on just the fourth play of the drive. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Gator!
Now, for starting the season 0-1, this offense felt like they just left plays on the field in that first game. But so far today, they're taking advantage. QB's making good decisions. Guys are stepping up. They've limited the mental mistakes. They haven't turned the football over. It's a different-looking offense here in Game 2.
He'll bring it out. It's Kelly. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. A really disappointing end to that last drive, David. Getting stopped on fourth and goal, they'll try to regroup.
And I think I'm preaching to my squad right now. Listen, we drove the ball down the field. We didn't just punch it in. Let's put another drive together, Jesse, and this time, let's get some points.
You're right, because there were a lot of positives on that last one. They did a lot of things really well. They've just got to do a better job finishing.
And you could tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth quarter game.
And they'll stop him about 5 yards short in the first. They have given it up on all three of their previous fourth down tries. Can they keep the drive alive here? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it. First down and more. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On fourth down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver at tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
Quickly complete.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Wants to go up top. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And they may have caught the defense snapping there a little bit, David, maybe expecting pass on that third down, but because of the back's effort now, fresh set of downs.
And it's so nice to have a guy that you can give the football in these third down situations and feel confident you're going to continue to move the sticks.
Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. Makes a grab and a nice gain. Gets it to the 35. The Spartans very efficient with this passing game.
You like that, Reese? You like that? I think so. This is an offense that, listen, when you've got a guy back there that can be efficient, make no mistake, they're going to run the football. When you get that Kirk Cousins, guys, you start to really like the offense.
And on a corner route like that, the ball has got to come out quickly. That football is going to travel a long distance, so you got to get it out quick. You got to put enough air under the football so your receiver can locate it. Nice job executing between those two.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Pocket breaking down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, and after not getting any sacks a week ago, we knew he was going to be a little frustrated, but he told us this week he wasn't going to try to press. He was just going to go out in this game, be himself, knowing the number.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan State.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a third and long. Quarterback making checks. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Thank you very much. That's what the quarterback's thinking on that last play. I think he was even shocked that his receiver was that wide open downfield. He'll take it.
The explosive play set the table. Now they got to serve the feast. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They cashed in on a
stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Find some space enough to get 5 to the 22.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Working that left side now. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. The Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries, you got to get pressures, and when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Back to pass. Got the quick pass. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
That might be the play that turns the momentum in this game, right? They're getting blown out right now on the scoreboard. It's late in the half. They've got to come away with a touchdown, but that might be the guy you need to keep going back to in the passing game to get yourself back in this game.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Spartans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man on the right. Turning it on. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here.
And first down for the offense.
The defense's head may still be spinning. They're just outside the red zone now. First and 10 from the 22. He leaves it with his back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
They got nothing on the last play at second and 10. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Under fire. Lets it fly. Complete to the left. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal.
Gain of 20.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Back to throw, time running short in the half. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
And he makes another momentum-building play. His second interception in the first half. He can feel where the football's going. Got a good beat on this offense and making plays early and often for his club.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Snap it to the back. Powers through the defender. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. The sweet feet buy a little time. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. From from the gun. They'll try the middle. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Spartans will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Off-play action on first down. Looking left. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
To the air on second down. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Wants to go up top. With the catch, it's Barmore. Still running up the 40. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
Really nice decision by the quarterback. Third and long, and nothing was open deep down the field. So he's able to check it down and get it to a pretty athletic guy who shows you what they can do with the ball after the catch. He finds a few blocks, he uses his speed, and that turns into be a huge gain for the
intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Taking it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Scrambling away. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
Racing down the left side. At the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Sparty. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Might be calling a hot route. Back to pass on 2nd down. Here's a heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
What an effort getting to the quarterback there. And you think about Michigan State D linemen, Jarrell Worthy, Shalik Calhoun, guys that would use their frame to their advantage, and you just could not block them. This guy has physical ability. He's got a lot of things you can't coach. One of those is that frame, and he used it right there to his advantage.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. That throw might have been a little too hot. He couldn't haul it in inbounds.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the 1st down. Now you got to keep it going.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
And the Spartans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. And the throw to the sideline is complete, but won't be enough for the 1st down. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
The Spartans are on the move. They'll give it to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. He's got it. Touchdown, Spartans. And here they come almost all the way back. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Going downfield for the big play. Got his man to the left. He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the official see something to bring it back?
On the set. Here we go.
Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. He's got an open man. Breaks away on the left. And the defense was on its heels after that long completion.
And this offense showing off the explosiveness, the big play down the field. This is so big because what it makes defenses do to react. Now you scare them. Now you make them drop back a little bit. So that big passing play opens up this whole offense.
And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They've got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the 30. Finds his big tight end. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Gator!
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
How about this? These guys are going for 2. Looking to throw. Grab behind the line. It's Burden. He's not going to make it. Stopped short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further.
And I think a lot of people are going to go, why do you run the route short? You know, like you got to run that route into the end zone so when he catches it, he gets credit for the 2-point play. But they're stopped short, no points.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels, so you continue to run the football. Even if you're not breaking off 60-yard TD runs, you got to have that balance.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions, but sees zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
And the Spartans will punt it away on 4th down. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
The defense just simply not fooled by the... And oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
And the Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back back to throw. It's McNabb. On target to the left. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Offenses are doing such a great job now with putting so many wide receivers on the field that they get good matchups and they just attack you to make big plays.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here goes the heat. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
The Gators will try to move the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Rides the back on the option to give. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Oh, and the attempt is no good. After the failed field goal attempt, still a 12-point game.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the 1st. And now on 2nd down for this offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Florida! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. The home team is within striking distance, but time is not on their side. Time to see if they can solve this riddle. The Herd know they're in a battle, but they're in the driver's seat with this lead. They have proven today they are capable of leading here with a road victory. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Marshall. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. From the gun, running back on the move. Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13.
Well, got you 2 on first down. He got you 2 on second. 2 won't get it done on third. You're going to have to go somewhere else if you're on offense here to stay on the field.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Gets it to the back. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. Based on what we've seen, if you like offense, this is the game for you, and we've got a big fourth period waiting. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
Well, at this point of the game, in the second half down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore. Right? Every fourth down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are on the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly. That time, they had a better play call on. They execute. It's just been...
Touchdown, Gator! And the route is on.
After starting the season 0-1, they knew they needed more from their offense in this game. Just had to find ways to make more explosive plays, and that's what they've been able to do. They've executed at a tremendous level. I really like the quarterback play and the leadership that he's showing, and because of that, they look like they're going to get back to 500, and let's see where this team can go.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. He's out of bounds at his own 16-yard line, and he just couldn't find the corner on that return. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of it.
There he goes. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. That's the way you get things going. A huge play, and now attacking from just inside the red zone. Leaves it with the back. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll try the run. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan State. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Using his legs, it's Burton. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Caught behind the line. It's Burton. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And that's what the running game can do for an offense. You run the football, you have some success. Then what do? You stick the ball out there, you pull it back, you run some play action, you complete the football, get a first down. Nice balance by this offense.
And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They want to run it left here. A confident, tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
The Gators come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking for a deep man. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
I think in this situation, after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There'll be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long. That's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and the defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, the ground game. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. He'll throw on 3rd down. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. The 40, the 30, the 20. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Florida!
And that just might do it, man. Offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. This senior showed some serious arm strength, firing that one in for the 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Leaves it with the back. He's out past the 35. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. You might as well commit two guys to covering this dude, because if you don't, you've got no shot, much like trying to deal with Plaxico Burress.
Yeah, they haven't had any success. I mean, just trying to stop him, but he's showing off why he's so great. Just the attention to detail, the route running, to be able to win with speed on the outside. There's a reason they're featuring this guy in their offense.
Well, they dial up a pass play there on first down, and how about the quarterback there? Buys time, he's outside, he's looking for people to get open on the scramble drill, but there's nothing happening, and just a really quick decision to decide to take off and go get another first down now. They've got the defense on their heels.
It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series, but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line, because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want.
This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert third and short from the 30? Run out of bounds, they'll spot him at the 24.
This is why third down is so difficult for quarterbacks, because the defense substitutes, they put faster guys on the field, and they've got all their different exotic looks they've been game planning all week for, some things you haven't seen on film yet, and it confuses your offensive line, it confuses you, and you're out here just trying to make plays, trying to do something right to get a first down. Wasn't able to gain a lot there.
Hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Sparty.
That is tremendous toughness there by the quarterback, because he knew he was going to get drilled. He hung tough in the pocket and delivered a strike for the touchdown.
Getting set for the point after. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Mississippi State made it look easy today, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit road win. And a victory like this only confirms there is something special brewing with these Bulldogs. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Unleashes one. Finds space on the right. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run. Back it up with a pass. Getting the first down. A few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Now improvising. Gets rid of it. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. And the Gators are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Looking to throw, it's McNabb. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. This win, guys, if they can finish it off behind this passing attack today, figures to vault them several notches up in the rankings and serve notice of what they're capable of.
It's funny, we're watching this one now, and some people may be surprised because of the numbers besides each of the team's names. By the end of the year, though, this may have been an obvious decision because of how well this team throws the football, David. They are electric through the air.
And listen, it's still early in the season, but you're proving your passing attack. And you're proving you got an offense to be dealt with. And you're also putting this one on the schedule for the playoff committee to circle and say, there's a top 10 win. Please continue to...
Touchdown, Gator! And the punishment has been extended.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a masterclass in offensive productivity.
And the extra point was good. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. They are backed up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Zings it complete to the right. Smacks him with the stiff arm. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit and are still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not...
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want...
Breaks into the open. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lick.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to...
Lots of room to run. Touchdown, Spartans. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And he tacks on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Barmore. And he's tackled at the 2-yard line, and that was a terrible decision to bring it out. Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. Feet in the end zone, looking to fire. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Backed up at their own 13-yard line, it's first down. They're still firing away even with this lead. Trying to escape and get it himself. And that is how we will wrap this one up. I'm not sure anyone saw that coming. Not that this team couldn't lose, but the way they lost. And I think they've got some soul-searching to do now, guys.
I think they've got some soul-searching. I think a lot of fans, including myself, I don't know about you, David, scratching my head a little bit because normally I would tell you, well, the number 1 team loses, they're still in the college football playoff hunt, but after that loss, I'm questioning whether they can even win their own conference. They got smacked around today.
Yeah, and I think that's what matters. Like, in the committee's eyes, we always see, like, a convincing loss like this, a beatdown. Like, this is not a good thing on your resume. A lot of time it ends up being an anchor that will keep you out.